What's up, y'all? Welcome to North Wilkesboro Speedway, home of the NASCAR All-Star Race this weekend. We have a lot to talk about, so let's get right into it. The North Wilkesboro Speedway was opened in 1947. It is a 0.625 mile oval track. And in 1996, the Speedway held its last race at the Tyson Holly Farms 400. But 2 years ago, the city of North Wilkesboro put a whole bunch of money back into this track. Dale Earnhardt Jr. had some stuff to do with it. But in 2023, last year, NASCAR held the All-Star race back here in North Wilkesboro. It was a hit. Everybody loved it. The drivers loved it. But the racing, not so much. 7-second lead for Kyle Larson there at the end. He ended up winning. A lot of people talked about how boring the race was, so hopefully NASCAR will fix it this year. So we'll see how it goes. Now, also this year, another little twist to this, NASCAR has paved this track again, newly formed pavement. And the question now will be, how will the soft tires they're going to be using in the heat races hold up on the pavement? So we'll see how that goes. But lots of questions. We'll see how it all unfolds this weekend. Should be amazing. So now here is the schedule for this weekend's festivities. Now the NASCAR Xfinity Series is off this weekend. So it'll be Friday night NASCAR Cup Series qualifying with 3 laps and a pit stop. They're going to be on a hard prime tire. And this determines the heat races for Saturday night. Now whoever gets the pole will start P1 for the heat races and Heat 1, and will start P1 for the All-Star race. So that's good for them. The NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series will be racing on Saturday afternoon, for the Wright Brand 250. And then right after that, on Saturday night, after the Truck Series, 2 60-lap heat races for the NASCAR Cup Series All-Star race. And we're going to have a caution around lap 30 for a 4-tire stop. Now on Sunday, the NASCAR All-Star Open will be run here at North Wilkesboro. And the 2 top cars that finish 1 and 2 will make the field for the NASCAR All-Star race. Plus, there will be a fan vote, so that should be interesting. So you guys make sure you get your votes in. Now, the NASCAR All-Star race on Sunday night is a 200-lap non-point race, and they must start on the soft tire option. So it should be interesting to see how this does with the track. There's going to be 2 cautions. One of them is going to be a mandatory 4-tire stop. So now let's get into the paint schemes like we do every week here for this weekend. When we come back, I will give you my favorite paint schemes as always, my thoughts on Darlington last week, and why I think who's going to win this race this weekend. The Open, the fan vote, and the All-Star race. So here are the NASCAR Cup Series and the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series paint schemes for North Wilkesboro. All right, I hope you enjoy those paint schemes for this weekend. So here are my favorites, like we always do every week. But here we are for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. I got to go the number 45, Protect Your Melons. Chevrolet Ross Chastain. Hey, he won last week in that truck, so we'll see how he does. For the NASCAR Cup Series, I got to go Ross Chastain again in that number 1 Busch Light Flannel Chevrolet. It looks really good. So those are my favorites. What are your favorites? Make sure you put in the comments below. As always, who are your favorite paint schemes for this week here for North Wilkesboro? So, all right. So now my thoughts on Darlington last week. A little quick recap here. Friday night, Ross Chastain gets the win in the Truck Series. He was so happy. His first time winning in Darlington in the trucks. I can still see him eating the watermelon off the ground. Kyle Busch, first last place finish ever in the Truck Series. He went out in that first lap and just never got right, then couldn't finish the race, wrecked again. It looked like Corey Heim was going to be a dominant factor at Darlington. Won the first 2 stages, but then Ross Chastain pulled it off in the win at the end there. Now, Saturday, Justin Allgaier dominated the whole race, won both stages, and finally won. Now, he finally pulled one off after dominating multiple races this year, and always had something happen to him there at the end, but he finally pulled it off and won at Darlington. Now, Sunday looked like it was going to be the Kyle Larson show in the first stage. Looked awful dominant, won the first stage. Tyler Reddick looked good too as well. He won the second stage. Chris Buescher came alive in the end there in the third stage. Looked like he was getting his revenge from the Kansas race. Just so close on Kyle Larson. And then Reddick fighting for the lead on Buescher and Reddick get together, and then there's a big fight in the pits afterward, but Brad Keselowski was right there for the picking, taking both of them and takes the lead around 6 laps to go. He breaks his 110 race streak. He breaks the streak for Ford. Ford finally wins this year. Brad finally wins. Everybody was happy. We were cheering him on in our chats. It was awesome. But yes, what a great race Darlington was. So, all right, so now here's my predictions for this week's races. We'll start my prediction on who will get the pole. And I'm going to go William Byron. Considering this is a qualifying event as well, and includes the pit crew, and they've always been strong for him all the time, I think Willie B gets the pole, and he's on the pole for this week's race, the heat race and the all-star race. Now, Kyle Larson, notable. Kevin Harvick is going to be practicing his car on Friday, which should be interesting. I don't know if he's doing it on Saturday as well. He might be running it Saturday as well in the heat races now that considered Kyle Larson is not racing in the heat races either. He's just racing on Sunday. So we'll see what happens. Now, Saturday afternoon truck race, 250 laps, the Wright Brand 250. Ross Chastain wins back-to-back races. He's going to be in that melon truck. I think he wins here. Eric Almirola is also in this race, so maybe he could pull one off. We'll see how it goes. Could Eckes win? We'll see. Corey Heim, maybe? I don't know. But I think this is Chastain's to take. Now, Saturday night, look for Willie B to win one of the heat races. I think Denny Hamlin wins another unless they're together in some heats. But Kyle Larson, like I said, is foregoing his heat races for Saturday night. He's going to be interesting on qualifying for the Indy 500. Now, Sunday night All-Star Open, I see Ty Gibbs, strong car. I see Ty Gibbs and Josh Berry coming out of the Open to make the All-Star race. And the fan vote, I think Alex Bowman gets it. I just think he gets it. I don't know. There's not really anybody else that I think that has a bigger following than Alex Bowman, but we'll see how that goes. Now, Sunday, I have to go with my man Denny Hamlin. He loves to win big things like this, and he won the Busch Clash in LA, and he's just been on fire. So let's go Denny to win the All-Star race and take that big check back. So those are my predictions for this week. What are yours? Also, leave in the comments below. Who do you think is going to win the Open, the race, whatever, the poll? Just let me know. We'd love to see your comments in the comments below. So there you go. You're set for this weekend's events. You know the paint schemes everybody's got on their cars. You know the races, what's going to happen, the details in the races. You're set for a great weekend here at North Wilkesboro. But the All-Star race should be interesting. So hopefully we'll see how it goes. So make sure you're liking this video. If you like us, give it a little thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you're new. We love to have you join us. Our NASCAR community is huge, and we love to see you in our streams. So until we see you in the streams, I can't wait to see you guys in the streams, and we'll see who takes that big check on Sunday. It's North Wilkesboro. It's the All-Star race. Let's go. Let's go.